Bonjour. This week, all about public speakers. And this episode is about the second most frequently asked question: what do I wear for a TED Talk? So I'm going to give you 3 tips to go through it successfully to really ace it. So the tip number 1 is listen to the guidelines. All right. So this is the thing. You see, when obviously TED Talk, we all know what TED Talk is, which is this holy grail of your career. Like when you get this email that you have been requested to speak on stage, it's like this absolute ultimate career moment, this reward of all times. That's what it is. So they're sending you an email with guidelines. And those guidelines are not here to bother you, or they're not just here to tell you what to do for the sake of telling you what to do. It's really about helping you, tightening your message, clarifying what's going to happen on stage. You have very little time, so they want you to be as successful as possible. And I think we know that they have built a pretty incredible business. So I'd say also their guidelines have really something to do with helping to build a better business, a better career, and a better appearance when it comes to be on stage for 10 or 15 minutes. Now, you know, I also come to you with information, whether it's scientific or surveys, pop culture. And I did a fair amount of reading before this episode because I really wanted to come to you with other examples that maybe also were not such good example to follow. So that way, maybe that mistake is not to be made. So the reporter was asking a whole panel of very successful entrepreneurs and people that actually been on the TED Talk. And the first question actually is, did you follow the guidelines? So many were actually saying no. They said, I don't remember, getting this email. And trust me, you got it. Everybody gets it. But one in particular got my attention because let's see it together. His answer was, I might have. I have no idea. I'm not very good at reading the manual. In my office, in fact, if you read the manual, you failed. The product has failed. If you need a manual to make something work, it is no good. Okay, let's go back again. So if we go backwards to that, like I said, when you get this email, it's really here to help you, to really make sure you have understood what's going to happen next. And this is a perfect example of ego, rudeness, and everything in between. Because you see, this is the thing. I get it. I get this in an entrepreneurial spirit. I've done it many times. Putting all my emotions and my money into one project and hope to God, by not reading the manual, it will still work. Well, it has worked, but it has also not worked. Another example, I bought a laptop some time ago. And same thing. Oh, I was so above reading the manual. Who reads the manual when you buy something electronic? Really, right? Yeah. I ended up doing something so wrong that I actually broke it basically from the inside, and I had to go back to the manufacturer and essentially, eventually bought a new one. Yeah, that's what happened when I didn't read the manual. So you see, when this kind of answer is coming, please, all I want is you not to be that person, because that is really not really here for that. This is not here to bother you once again. It's really here to help you and to build something amazing. Now, tip number 2, listen to the professional. So again, when you get chosen by TED Talk, they're actually helping you with someone like me, which is an image coach, which is a branding coach, someone that really wants to make sure what you're saying aligns with what you look like when you're on stage. It's a very little time. You have 10, 12, 15 minutes to expose your topic. You want to make sure you are at best in every way. And remember, we are reactive beings. We are creatures of reacting on what we see. So by the moment you get on stage, that's it. That nanosecond has been enough for the entire crowd to judge you. So there you go. And you see, same thing. When the question was asked about that, you got many that said, oh, no, I didn't choose that, or I didn't listen. And in fact, one of these girls actually took it much further to said, oh, I thought the guy was going blah, blah, blah. And I just told him at the end, listen, I have chosen that pair of pants. I'm not wearing no skirt. I'm not wearing any dress. I'm just going to wear what I want. Okay, another professional, I suppose. And you see, this is the thing too. When I watched the video and I listened to what she was saying with the way she looked, she should have listened a little better, because you see, there was no alignment between her mouth, her words, her topic, and what she was wearing. I couldn't understand the connection between all of it. So maybe the help of a professional as we hire anybody for whatever we need to. Yes, you might have your idea, your opinion. Of course, we're not saying just be silent, but it's about really knowing that it's teamwork. And that's what it is when you listen to the pro. And of course, tip number 3, be yourself. Authenticity, we talk about it all the time. We talked about it yesterday. It's all about that. And now I have another example when the reporter asked this person, this guy, were you happy with the way you look turned out? The answer was, it was kind of weird. I wasn't so sure what I was doing because I never wear those kind of clothes. I picked them that morning. Normally when I speak publicly, I wear a suit. And it was so weird to see myself dressed like that, but well, I thought it probably will work. Okay, well that's another very disturbing answer, because if you are that good at your career, that means you have paid so much attention and you have been so good at really paying attention to details, because that's why you're here, that's why TED Talk has picked you. Don't you think that the outfit that they're actually recommending you to wear, like the same thing as I read also, and that was another small detail, but in the guidelines they're telling you don't wear black, or don't wear very dark because the curtain already is black behind you. You know how many I read that said, oh, I wore a black jacket with a black skirt and a black this and a black that. It's like, well, what happened? Why do you want to blend with the decor? Why do you want to be part of the curtain color? This is it. So you want to nail the TED Talk? Please, if you follow those 3 tips, I promise you, you will be the master of TED Talk, and they will ask you again and again and again. All right? Well, hope it helped. Once again, of course, just post all your questions below, and we are meeting tomorrow for more Image Impact Index.